Welcome back, ladies, gents and Pikachus. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. Just wanted to have a little chat to you about the internet and how dangerous the internet has become. So I thought I would compare it to dangerous places outside in the real world, and whether you would actually ever go there, considering the absolute danger that you're going to face. Certainly I think you'd have second thoughts at least about sending your children out there. So why is it people are so free and easy when it becomes the internet as the place that we are going and sending our children? For instance, if you go on the internet, you can be assaulted at all angles, at all hours of the day or night, by people with completely anonymised identities. Not only that, they can say whatever they like, and there's absolutely no punishment for them. And even if there was, even if the maximum punishment is applied, i.e. they lose their account, it takes like 10 minutes for them to set up a new account and carry on with a new identity. So compare that to real life. If you went out to a market or a shopping centre or something, and a bunch of people approached you and started shouting at you, and they had a load of friends to back up their shouting, you might well feel that threatened that you'd back off and stop saying or doing whatever it was you were doing, and you might even call the police in. So that made me think, okay, we've got this dangerous internet, we've got all these social medias, we've got all these crazies in their fake account ranting away in capitals and swearing and ideologues and everything else, but there's no internet police, is there? There's absolutely no regulation, and certainly there isn't within Google or social networks. Like I say, the worst punishment you're going to get is have your account stolen away. So in conclusion, I just want you to really think about this. While we're all using the internet every day and we're spending less and less time in real life with real people, why is it we don't put any thought to the safety of the environment? We're all just about what we say. We don't want to be censored. We don't want to have our message taken away. So 100% of our care is just about having free speech and being able to say and do the things we want while we're online. But on the other side of that, there's no one regulating it. There's no one making sure that evil, hateful messages aren't being spread far and wide. And even if there was, there's no way they could tell who was at the end of that fake identity or that account. Whereas in real life, at least there's the police, the ambulance, the fire service. But online, there's no such protection as these. So, I just wanted to have you all think about that. When you go back onto your online lives and you're using your social networks, watching videos online, maybe we should all have the online cop in our head, ready to defend us, ready to protect our interests. Because the sad fact of it is, nobody else is going to do that for you. Absolutely no one online is going to come to your aid and make sure that fairness and justice is applied in equal measure. In fact, it's usually a very unequal, unjust place if you ask me. Certainly with social media, I find that the biggest, loudest shouts are the ones which are allowed. The biggest, loudest mobs with the most power are the ones that proliferate. So where does that leave you and I as the individuals? That's a question I can't answer for you. But I would just like you to be a little bit more careful when you're online. Not with what you're saying, I'm sure you're not saying anything bad, but with what you allow to go into your head, what you allow to convince you. As when it comes down to it, all these social medias, there's like 20 different platforms. You can find one story and you can fact check it on 19 other social media platforms, and then you can go off thinking you've done your due diligence. But you haven't. All of those 20 platforms were all supplied by one person with a fake account who isn't actually who they say they are. And that's very dangerous. If that was in real life, I doubt you would ever entertain that notion. You certainly wouldn't have your children entertaining it. So that's the end of this video. Just be very careful, as it's getting worse and worse out there and there's less and less protection. Like I say, there's no regulation. Just be extremely careful what you allow people online to convince you of, and then what you go off and tell people is truth. Because you might find at some point in the future that you've put yourself in a large, deep hole full of internet lies that becomes very difficult to climb out of. Or maybe you've put yourself up high on a high horse of social justice, and when you look down, it's an awful long way back down to the ground. So just be careful, protect yourself and those you love, and make sure you fucking ignore internet psychotic maniacs. And that's the end of this video, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. So the danger is decentralized now. It's not just about whether the platform is controlled opposition, it's about whether the people on the platform are controlled opposition and how many fake accounts they have. So be very careful, watch out for those, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Bye bye bye.